I'm the business manager for Covanta Montgomery. I cover both the resource recovery facility here in Dickerson and the transfer station in Durwood. We at Covanta process the waste that's left over after curbside recycling. We take what's left and turn it into electric energy. The resource recovery facility is here in Dickerson, Maryland, in the upper northwest corner of Montgomery County. Beautiful farm country. You can see that we don't have much truck traffic here because the trash comes in by rail and the residue leaves by rail. So we've protected the roads. Covanta operates this facility on behalf of Montgomery County. However, the owner is the Northeast Maryland Waste Disposal Authority. The Northeast Authority is a state agency that helps jurisdictions with their planning for solid waste management. The trash is delivered to the transfer station in Durwood. It's then loaded onto rail cars and brought out here to Dickerson, to the power plant. Once the containers arrive here at the resource recovery facility, we unload them into our refuse pit, and from there the material is loaded into our boilers where we convert it into electric energy. In that process, we also remove scrap metal that is recycled, about 13,000 tons a year at this facility. The residue that's left over is then put in containers and put on rail cars and taken to a landfill. The residue is only 10% of the volume of the original trash, so we're extending the lives of landfills by 10 times by doing this process. We have 45 plants like this, EFW plants, around the world. We have 41 here in the US, and we have 3 under construction in different parts of the world as well. The technology we use to convert the trash into electric energy is based upon a European technology. We use a Martin moving grate system. It's been around since the 1970s, as has this industry of energy from waste. It started in Europe, and they have always been on the sort of the leading edge of waste management, including recycling. There are continued improvements to the system. That's one of the things that Covanta tries to do, is continuously improve on our performance and our relationships. Our performance environmentally and on a safety basis and on a performance basis, and trying to get as much as we can out of the waste that we're presented. We handle about 600,000 tons a year of solid waste here at the facility. We process that into clean, renewable electricity. We remove about 13,000 tons of scrap metal. That's enough to produce about 9,000 hybrid cars. We give lots of tours here, many to students from the elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, not only in Montgomery County, but others as well. We give tours to college classes and to various civic groups, as well as people really from all over the world. The tour starts in our conference room, where we present a diorama of the facility. It's hard to see inside the boilers, so we have a cutout that shows the different components of the facility, and we explain how the trash goes through the entire process from beginning to end. We then take a walk around. We go up to our charging deck and observe trucks unloading into our refuse pit, the cranes loading the trash into the feed hoppers. We then take a walk into the plant itself, underneath the feed hoppers, and we get to see the boilers. And they're very large, and it's kind of an interesting thing. A lot of people are, I think, in awe of the size of this equipment. We go to an observation area where we can see the rail yard from a distance. And then we take a walk to the control room and get a chance to chat with our control room operator. They are there 24 hours a day. We then end the tour with a return to the conference room and a Q&A. There are always questions after people have had a chance to see something for the first time in their lives. We provide a solution for three of the most pressing needs that communities have. One is the need for clean, renewable electricity. Another is the reduction of greenhouse gases. And the other is the safe disposal of solid waste for communities. As we're converting the waste into electric energy, we're also reducing greenhouse gases. First, because we're not putting it in landfills where methane is generated. And methane is 25 times more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. So that's the first step. The second is that we are displacing the production of electricity by fossil fuels. In fact, for every ton of trash that we process, it eliminates 1 barrel of oil or 1/4 ton of coal that would need to be drilled or mined. Throughout our Covanta facilities, we typically are operating at 80% or lower than the required limits on the various emission constituents. Here, we measure those and send those to the internet on an hourly basis. They're available on the county website. You can see what our emissions are anytime. I believe we're the only plant in the world that does that. At the end of the process, we remove scrap metal from the residue that's left over. That scrap metal is sent off to scrap metal dealers and is used really throughout the world, but it's enough, in this case, to make 9,000 hybrid cars annually out of what we take out of this facility. As a county resident myself, I'm very proud of what the county has done here and what we are doing as well. The county made a decision about, I guess, 17, 18 years ago to build this facility and to manage their solid waste in a very responsible way. It's environmentally sound, reduces greenhouse gases, it's economically viable, and it's kept the beautiful countryside here in the northwestern part of the county in almost pristine condition. To arrange a tour, you can call us here at the facility. The number is 301-916-3031.